So this is my one of my rifles, one of my project rifles built a few years ago. It's really just kind of my I don't want to say three gun, but basically my training rifle. One that I mainly like to take out. Buddies ask me, oh hey, what do you want to go shooting with? I'll grab this 9 out of 10 times. Also home defense rifle and everything. So kind of just my do-it-all rifle. Don't really use it to hunt any game or anything like that. Even with 10 round magazines, it's just not the appropriate rifle. But yeah, I built it a few years ago. I thought I would go through kind of a spec list of it. So the idea of this was kind of sort of a Reese rifle, Recce rifle, however it's pronounced. Not really too into the whole philosophy of that rifle, but I was kind of inspired by it. But definitely not a do-it-all platform based on what I got with it. But so let's start it off with the basics. This is a BCI Defense lower. Nothing fancy about it, just by a former manufacturer in BCI, or Bremen, Indiana, no longer make gun parts. They were really bitching with what they did. Definitely a high quality maker, beyond error precision. I wouldn't say they're, LMT or BCM quality, but they were good. They were good. They were great. But they're no longer around, so you're not going to see these anywhere but BCI. So standard BCI lower. Upper receiver itself, just standard, I think just error precision, not an M4E1 or whatever it's called, just standard arrow upper. So just standard AR upper and lower, nothing fancy there. Magpul Gen 2 or 3 with the window. The window would be mag, whatever that is. And then I got 62 grain green tip in the magazine right there. So that's, standard. Always got a Magpul. You ask any AR guy, they're going to have Magpul something, somewhere, somehow. That's just how it is. That's what I got. So, Magpul bad lever. Some people like to give that some flack. I totally understand the opposition to that. But moving a control that is normally in your right hand, magazine, hit it, or slap it, so to speak. I think moving that action to the right hand, so fire and then mag release, catch on the right hand, is a little bit more intuitive. So that's why I use it. BCM grip, I forget the model on this one. This is the one with the most, or rather the least aggressive steep angle. This is the big one, this is a large one. Which is weird because I have really small hands. And on my watch here, Citizen Ciosa, I only got 6 1/4 inch wrists. I don't have big hands. I don't have big wrists. But for whatever reason, larger grips, both in pistols and rifle grips, do my hand a lot better. And the standard A2 grip just, I don't know what it is. I mean, I got small hands, but I have long fingers, long, skinny fingers. And I think that has to do with it. But the full palm grip, that's just amazing. So that's why I got it. Just fills the hand better without being too excessive. And for reference, I like the Glock 21, even though that is a big gun, big semi-automatic pistol. But that fits my hand much better than, say, my M&P 9, older one, like manufactured 2013, 2014, actually 2012. Older one, it's like 10, 11 years old, whatever, something like that. Smaller grip, but I like my Glock 21. Magpul ACS stock, big heavy boy, but because it brings the weight down in the back, so you get most of the weight in the back. Reason I mentioned that. Strike Industries, their enhanced buffer tube, whatever. It's a 7-position buffer tube. It doesn't increase or decrease the length of pull. It's just that it's got 7 slots of adjustment within the same amount of space, so it's got a more fine-tuned adjustment. And that's the main reason that I got it. And I have it set here all the time. That's what works for me for the length of pull and, shoulder adjustment. And then inside there, I have a standard heavy buffer, because, got a few different types of buffer weights. This is just standard H buffer. And then I have the Strike Industries flat wire cryogenically treated mainspring. Then I have this trigger. This is a James Madison Tactical. It's a single stage, flat faced, 3.5 pound trigger pull. Price specs, it's comparable to the CMT3, or not CMT, what the fuck is it? CMC, single stage flat face trigger, and I would say this is a bit better overall. It's got a couple things that's not quite as good. Its take up is a little bit less, but it's much more crisp. It's got a quicker reset, and it's about 20-30 bucks cheaper than last I checked. And by the way, if you're familiar with the GMT Saber trigger, this is the exact same trigger, just with a flat face. So Saber or Black Ops, which is this one, same thing. Reason I just got the flat faced is for the main merits of it is that your length of pull is the same no matter where your finger is on it. Some get it for aesthetic purposes, that's fine. And then right here I have a Troy Industries trigger guard, just extended, in case you wear gloves. The whole idea is this, swings out. I really honestly just got that for aesthetics, just to have every part, a little bit different. Kind of rattles a little bit, but whatever. Strike Industries, what is this, a 60-degree throw? It's got ambi, so you can see the same switch on the other side of the gun. 60-degree throw on that one. I just find it more ergonomic, because if it's all the way down, you gotta adjust your grip, hit it, and then do that. This one is just boop, boop. So 60 or 90-degree, 60 or 45-degree throw, for the love of God, get that somehow. I only got it in ambidextrous mode just because I had that extra piece laying right, because the kit comes with it. You can put a little plug or dead end on it for the, if you're right-hander only, but I just put on there because why not? So that's why I got that. You can change safety to fire without adjusting grip. Dope as hell. Oh yeah. Up on the rail section. So this is a Matrix Arms rail. This is kind of a lower end rail. It's not terrible. The finish on it is kind of a dull gray or whatever. It's kind of soft, but it's good. It works. It's a key mod. Now, obviously, these days, M-LOK has been deemed to be, superior, the winning platform. Definitely the consumer eyes, M-LOK has been deemed to be the winner of that, so-called like rail format war, basically, of mounting systems. And I agree with that, market adoption and everything. But the military trials that established, what is superior doesn't really apply to everyday citizens. And this rifle is several years old. This rifle dates back to in this configuration, it dates back to 2012, 2013. So this is kind of before, M-LOK was as known as it was back then, or made before, M-LOK was, as reputed and successful, blah, blah, blah. And plus, I like the shape of it. I prefer key mod to this day. But yeah. 15-inch rail, V-cut rail. You can get this in a C-cut, slant cut, which is this one, and then a straight cut. Yeah, up to right here, 15-inch there, 15-inch there. Friction mounted, 3 hex nuts right there to mount it. It's actually pretty light for a 15-inch rail. It's about 10.5 ounces. For a full-length 15-inch key mod rail, 10.5 ounces is not too shabby. Considering this is about a $70 rail, I've considered upgrading one to a higher-end rail, like a BCM, but you got to do heat fitting and everything to get the bastard on. I don't want to deal with it, but I might upgrade it. But it's a great, if you're building a budget rifle, which this is exactly not a budget rifle, but if you're building a budget rifle, Matrix Arms, straight up. BCM stubby foregrip. Actually, I like this a lot, but I don't use it as a foregrip. It's more of a hand stop for me, and I have it positioned right here because my gas block is right about there. Which I mentioned that for a reason. So I kind of I just straight use it as a hand stop. I like it. I've tried a few different forend devices, mounted a couple of different positions. This is what I like right here. Because, with forend devices, whatever you like, that's up to you. Now, the reason why I mentioned that I have it at the gas block is because the barrel is it's a hybrid profile. What the hell is it? Faxon Gunner. So basically got the gas block extension to the gas block shoulder area is standard government profile. Just regular standard barrel. But from the gas journal, up. It's a pencil profile. So the hybrid, it's about 7 ounces lighter than an all government profile barrel. So basically from right here-ish upwards, it's 7 ounces of less weight. So that's why I have it right there, because there's no weight right here. And then I have the Strike Industries J-Comp, which works unbelievably well as a compensator, muzzle brake, and even a flash hider. It's kind of an all-in-one. It works great. Standard Magpul M-Bus polymer sights, nothing fancy. EOTech 512. I considered other options. I considered the Trijicon MRO. I considered other EOTechs. But even though the battery life on this is, 500 hours, some can get thousands of hours. Just the commonality of the AA batteries is why I got it. So then let's turn it around right here. My hand is fucked up. Sorry, got surgery on my left hand. A little fucked up. Streamlight 1000 lumen HLX ProTac right there. I got that on a Arisaka Defense 45 degree scout mount right there, because it's light scout mount compatible and everything. So I got that. So that's perfectly mounted, and it's been mounted for years, and it's not loosened at all, no matter what. And also these scales are, God, who the hell made those? I forget them. You guys probably know this. It's been like 7 years since I made this rifle, something like that. It's been a while. But yeah, these are the FRN or fiberglass. No, these are not the G10 scales from the company, but these are the regular polymer ones, not the G10. I got 4 of them, 2 on here and 2 on the other ones. I was thinking about ordering another pack and then, I don't know, getting one right there or something like that. But these are kind of expensive, so this is just kind of my goosey feature. So I'll be good at that. Cloud Defensive mount specifically for this exact light and light pad mount, pressure pad mount. Press it. It's complete anchor to the top rail. It's not going anywhere. So got that. Just quality of life feature, much more stable. Not going to go anywhere. $70, $80. I forget what I paid for that back in the day. That's great. Strike Industries polymer dust cover. Yeah, dust cover right there. A little bit lighter weight material. For rectal use only medical sticker, and then a custom made cage code label thing that I put custom text into. And of course the got color fill on both the left and right side. These are the anti-walk pins bar for the trigger, which is a cassette style single piece trigger. Other piece of the ambidextrous. Magpul ASAP mount. And that's really about it. And then, I can usually open this with my finger. There we go. Have a Radiant Weapons EBCG Enhanced Bolt Carrier Group. It's a 9310 steel unit. Usually would prefer the 150 Carpenter, but that's fine. It's a great company. Make quality shit, so I'm fine with that. And then for charging handle, I have the BCM Gunfighter Mod 3, the one with the large latch. I got that one. And that's pretty much it on this gun. Another couple things to note too is that when you're building a rifle, of course, the ounces turn into pounds, whether you're building a really light gun or whatever, ounces turn pounds real quickly. But despite all the attachments and everything on it, it's actually pretty reasonably priced. Loaded weight is 8.4 pounds. Which sounds heavy, but when you factor in everything, it's got that heavy-ass stock, heavy-ass EOTech and all that, it's actually pretty reasonably light. So about 7.3, 7.3 pounds empty and about 8.3, 8.4 pounds loaded, depending on the exact weight of the ammunition. So how that's achieved is because the 7 ounces off the barrel, these takedown pins, which are Strike Industries aluminum takedown pins, a little bit lighter. The rail for a 15 inches, pretty light. Polymer dust cover. Yeah, I guess that's where most of my weight savings came from. So that kind of brings weight. I mean, it's still an 8.5 pound rifle, so it's not like crazy, but when you factor in everything, it's modest. It's okay. Oh yeah, one more thing. Mag catch or mag release right here. This is Odinworks, a large one. It's a large mag catch. You kind of figure a little bit offset. I kind of like it. It kind of gets in the way. Okay. Yes, isn't loaded, isn't checked, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you can kind of get it right there, hit that right there, and then I like it. I think it's kind of a snag point, but I don't mind it. So yeah, that's this rifle. I had it for about 7 years now, 6 years now, and it's always been great. So I don't mind it. It's great. It's not crazy heavy. So about 8.5 pounds, despite attachments, extras on it and everything. I love it. Definitely some, obviously there's some improvements that can be made, better rail, probably change out the optic, but it's reliable, it's accurate. I love it.